So you're moving to Austin, you've done your research, you've narrowed it down, and now you're stuck between two completely different sides of the Austin lifestyle. Do you go north to Cedar Park, Liberty Hill, Leander, where your money goes way further and the suburbs are booming? Or do you go west to Tarrytown, Clarksville, Westlake Hills, where the views are amazing, the schools are elite, and the price tags will make your eyes water? Today, I'm gonna break down both of these, so by the end of this video, you know exactly what works best for you, your lifestyle. We're gonna talk about price, school districts, the lifestyle in general, so that you can make the decision. What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, I'm Kevin Vecchio, your Austin luxury and lifestyle real estate agent here in Austin, Texas. I help people just like you either relocate here, upsize, downsize, and everything in between. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly content on property tours, value-driven content, and everything that involves the Austin lifestyle. Let's get into today's video. All right, so real quick, let's talk about the areas that I'm actually talking about specifically. So when I'm talking about North Austin, we're talking about Cedar Park, Liberty Hill, Leander, maybe even Georgetown and Round Rock, which is a little east. But that suburb area is what we are referring to here as the North Austin. And West Austin, we're talking about Westlake Hills, Tarrytown, Bee Cave, Barton Creek, Lake Travis, even Lakeway. All of that west side that makes you feel like you're in the hill country in the Beverly Hills of Austin. These two areas attract very different buyers, and they're very specific and unique in their own ways. So let's start with the thing that you probably clicked on this video for in the first place. Let's talk about the price difference. So as of early 2026, Cedar Park's medium home price is right around $490,000 to $515,000. Leander is a bit lower as you go a little more north to $414,000 to $460,000 depending on the neighborhood. And Liberty Hill, even further north, is even more affordable. You can find even new construction in the 300s, even a little bit below that in the high 200s. Now for the size of these homes, think about 2,000 square feet to 2,500 square feet and built in around 2010 and above, if not brand new construction, right around that size range. Now with that being said, in Leander, there are some places that have incredible new construction homes such as Dries Homes, Taylor Morrison, Perry's, Toll Brothers, and those can breach into the million range, which you can get a lot for your money. So for something for $1 million in Leander, you can get something over 3,000 square feet, a pool, just absolutely gorgeous, and especially the new construction homes. With, on the other hand, in West Austin, if you're looking at $1 million, it's probably gonna be smaller and a lot older. So West Austin is really in a completely different financial universe, to be honest. Tarrytown is sitting around $2 million median price. Westlake Hills is 2.5 to 2.8 million. Rollingwood runs about 2.8 to 3.2 million. And even in Clarksville, the most urban, most affordable of the West Austin neighborhoods, has a median somewhere around 750,000 to $1 million, and you're getting considerably less square footage than you would get up north. Now this is a completely different style we're talking about. Up north in Cedar Park and Liberty Hill, you're gonna find a lot of what you would say cookie cutter homes, or even the new constructions, they're just modern builds. I mean, they're gorgeous, don't get me wrong. They're just modern builds. In Clarksville, you're gonna find homes that either were completely redone, that have true artistic taste built into the homes that were even built in the 50s or 60s, that have been remodeled into these beautiful masterpieces, or they're completely tearing down these old 1960s homes, or even sometimes 1920s. They're just buying them, cutting them down to the bare bones, and then building these masterful new construction homes. And those are the ones that are going to be increasing the price of everything else in that neighborhood. I mean, just talking about raw math, it's pretty black and white. You can buy probably 2 to 3 houses in Leander for the price of one in Tarrytown or Westlake Hills and still have money left over. All right, let's talk about the school districts. So up north, you're gonna genuinely have great schools, both in Cedar Park and Leander, and they're both served by Leander ISD, which holds a TEA of an A rating. And that's not just a participation trophy, that's a legitimately top-rated school district. You have standout high schools, including Vandergrift, Vista Ridge, Cedar Park High School, and the district offers AP programs, IB programs, competitive athletics, and strong arts. Now, because some of these neighborhoods are brand new, and especially a little east in Georgetown and things like that, up north, all the schools are brand new themselves. I mean, some of these schools look absolutely insane, especially for the elementary school. There's an elementary school up north that literally looks like one of Elon Musk's tech centers. It's insane. Now, on the west side of things, let's talk about the Eanes ISD. Eanes ISD serves Westlake Hills, Rollingwood, and parts of Barton Creek, and it is elite. It scored a 94 out of 100 for the TEA and earning an A rating. And every single campus in the district got an A. Westlake High School is consistently ranked among the top schools in all of Texas. So if you're buying in the Eanes ISD territory, you're buying into one of the most elite, top-rated school districts in the state. Now, with that being said, Tarrytown and Clarksville are not in Eanes ISD. They're in Austin ISD, which scored a C rating in 2025. So if you're ready to pay Tarrytown prices, you better check the map just in case to make sure that you're buying into the right school zone, because they are significantly different. Now, also worth noting, Austin ISD is going through some restructuring right now. They approved closing 10 schools for the 2026-2027 school year, and boundaries are shifting. So bottom line is, Leander ISD is also an A-rated school district for a fraction of the price. If you want the absolute top, the Eanes, the Westlake High, you're gonna be paying probably $1 to $2 million to get into that zone. But they're just different. They're both great. They're just different in their own ways. Now let's talk about the general vibe and the lifestyle of both North and West Austin. So North Austin, what you're going to need to understand is it's completely suburbs. If you're looking for the suburbs and you want to be away from the city, this is exactly what you're looking for. And the more north you go, the more it feels that way, because there's just more land that hasn't been built on when you go to Liberty Hill or even further. Although it is booming and everything is going up so fast over there, it feels so much more open. So with that suburb vibe, you're gonna get that warm feeling. You're gonna get the great neighborhoods, the trails, the parks, just that family-oriented vibe that a lot of people who are moving here are shooting for. One of the biggest things that changes the vibes, especially in Liberty Hill going into Leander, is the lot sizes are so much bigger. So you're not crammed right next to your neighbor like you would be in some of the Tarrytown, Clarksville areas. You have room to breathe. You have a lot more space. So that means your backyard chill time and your own oasis can feel so much more freeing and quieter and just cozier all around. However, on the other hand, West Austin is just absolutely gorgeous. It has a completely different identity. Tarrytown is one of the most beautiful places to live in Austin. We're talking canopy streets, historic character, neighbors jogging past mature oak trees, a quietness that feels intentional. It's old Austin, the kind of neighborhood that reminds you why people fell in love with the city before everyone else showed up. And as far as Westlake Hills goes, it literally feels like you're in a completely different state at this point, because you're up in the hills, surrounded by trees, winding hill country roads, driving up into your neighborhoods. It's such a vibe. It's just a whole new world over there. And then Clarksville just has your old historic vibe, close to the city. You're close to little restaurants, stores, shops, and right near downtown. So you get that really downtown vibe without being right in the mix, but you get this really comfortable old neighborhood vibe, with especially all the homes around you are completely unique. So really, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be too difficult to make this decision for people who are coming here, whether you're coming from California, the East Coast, whether you're used to city life or suburb life. it's pretty black and white. They're both amazing in their own ways. They're just completely different, which is so cool that you can get these completely different lifestyles and completely different vibes all in one city. So let's talk for a minute about the commutes and the traffic and highways and what you can expect in that realm. So let's talk for a minute about the traffic, the streets, the commute, and what that looks like in both of these territories. So in North Austin, your main road that you're gonna worry about is 183. It's gonna be the 183 toll road or the service road right off of it, which is free. You don't have to pay for it. But the main one is going to be 183. It's going to take you in and out of Leander, Liberty Hill, Cedar Park, and it's going to connect you over to Georgetown with the little side streets or Ronald Reagan. Or if you're coming from downtown and you want to get east, you can take the 45 as well. With that being said, it's generally going to be the 183 and little side roads all over the northern area. Now, commuting into the city is probably about 30 minutes, which is not too bad, especially if you take the toll, but you're not very far from the Domain. Main restaurants are being built everywhere in the north right now. I mean, Leander itself has new restaurants and new shopping centers and Targets and furniture stores and H-E-Bs and Home Depots being built everywhere right now. So you really don't have to travel too far for any of those type of things. But if you're looking for any of the city life, you know, Domain is a great option, and then 30 minutes is going to get you into the downtown Austin area. Now, West Austin is a little more convenient getting into downtown Austin, but also you're closer to Mopac and the 35. And I mean, those just aren't really a good time, to be honest with you. Obviously, it depends on what time of day, if it's rush hour, if it's the weekend, things like that. And it's also depending on where you work. Are you working from home? Do you work in the city? Do you work up north? Do you work in one of the tech centers that are pretty far east, maybe in Georgetown or Round Rock? These are all things to take into account too when choosing north or west. And just like any other city, they are constantly doing construction. Now, if you go to a city and they're not doing construction, it's just an anomaly, right? So if anyone wants to say, oh, there's so much construction going on, they're always building the roads. What city do you go to that is not? Like, honestly, what major city do you go to where you don't see them always doing construction? I think what matters is as long as they're doing it efficiently and they're making it in a way where it's still accessible and people can still navigate and not have it be a burden, that's what's important. So let's kind of wrap this up here. Which one is right for you? If you're trying to maximize what you get for your money, have more size and be in the suburbs away from the city and just get the best bang for your buck, North Austin is for you. If you want to be in an area where there's the most top elite school district for your family and for your kids, and be in neighborhoods and in houses that aren't just homes, but they're your sanctuary and your palace, then West Austin is for you. I strongly recommend checking out both and seeing exactly what fits your vibe, what fits your lifestyle. I have videos on new construction homes and resale homes up north and west, so be sure to dive through my page and just kind of go through and see what the real difference is. And if you want to see them in person, or if you want a personal tour through north and through west, give me a call, comment below. I would love to set you up and be your personal tour guide through North Austin and through West Austin, and give you tips and tricks to see exactly what's going to be best fit for you and your family. If you're from Austin already and you have some input and think that I missed anything about North or West Austin, comment below your take and what you think people need to know about either one of these territories. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly content. And once again, I am Kevin Vecchio, your Austin luxury and lifestyle realtor here in Austin, Texas. And I will see you on the next video.